Good Monday morning, friends. It is so nice to see you here. Thanks so much for being here. It is I, Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother, at least that's what I'm told. And we are here as we will be every Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for your three-card weekly reading. What that means is I will pull three cards for the collective, the energies available to all of us this week, and then individual cards for those who request. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you. Smile Soul 20, Kim, Jean, Melanie, Alice, you made it. Very good. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Carrie, happy to see you. Excuse me. If you would like a card, I can keep my voice here. Allergies, man. It's spring. Of course, 4 seasons of allergies in Florida. Although for those of you who are not in Florida, I will tell you that we are in our fourth winter. What that means is every few weeks or few months, it'll get down to, where I am on the Treasure Coast. It was in the late 50s. Maybe 57 this morning. It'll get up to 70. But that's winter for us. Long sleeves, that's how you can tell. So I hope the weather is great wherever you are. We are all excited that it is spring. So I have been using Mystic Mondays for our Monday readings. Let me know if you get sick of that and want me to start switching it up again. I love this deck. I don't love it for professional readings because it's hard to shuffle. It's so beautiful. I don't really want to wear this off as I have some of my other gilded decks. So I don't really use it in my professional readings, but I sure do like to take it out for a spin every Monday. And it is called Mystic Mondays, so I figure that's a good thing, right? So if you get tired, let me know and I'll start switching it up. But I'm pretty happy right now using Mystic Mondays on Monday for you. Now, I do want to remind you we have a premium class coming up. I'm going to drop the link for that in the comments right now. Okay, there's the link, premium class on Zoom. It will be this Thursday, March 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Clarity in every tarot card. How we use intuition, keywords, and context to give a great tarot reading. Wherever you are on your tarot journey, you'll learn something from this class. So get your ticket. All right. 3 cards for the collective. Jeannie is telling me not to gloat about my Florida weather. So Truth, she's from, well, not from here, but she lived here for a long time and is now not here, is now elsewhere where it is colder. And so, yes, I am gloating just a little bit. Yes, I am. All right. What are the energies that we see around all of us, available to all of us this week? What is a message for all of us this week? 7 of Wands, man, have some good boundaries and recognize when you should be defensive and when you're being too defensive. So really check your energy. That's what this is really about. Make sure that you are feeling protective of your energy, defensive where you need to be, but where you don't need to be defensive, lay down that energy, and be open. So where should you be open? Where should you be protected? Where should you have boundaries? These are the questions you want to be asking yourself this week. What else do we see? Oh, and here's why. The 3 of Swords. There's a lot of heartache. There's a lot of heartache in the world right now, and this may be a time for all of us to really come face to face, whether that is in our personal lives, in our professional lives, whether that is on a community level, on a national level, on a global level. What is the thing causing you pain? And what can you do about it? So often we react to our pain. What do they say? Hurt people, right? So we react to our pain by keeping other people out, keeping the wrong people out, right? And sometimes letting the wrong people in. So this is all about emotional self-care. How important emotional self-care is to each and every one of us, and especially this week. Because Two of Cups, love is all about healing. Whether we're talking about romantic love, family love, spiritual love, love for our communities, love for our higher power, the love that higher power has for each one of us. Love is what heals us. And so this is an incredibly powerful message for all of us right now, to recognize our hurts, to recognize the people who were not able to love us the way they could have or perhaps should have, to recognize the times we ourselves have not been loving in the way that we wish we had been able to have appropriate boundaries and recognize that boundaries is a way of showing love, not only for ourselves, but for other people. But at the same time, to not reject appropriate love, to not be too afraid to love. So I could talk for hours about this message. There is so much here, and it's going to strike each one of you in a different way. But the questions to ask yourself: where is your pain? How can love heal your pain? Where do you need to have better boundaries? Where are you being too defensive? And how does all of that work together to shape your experience in your interaction with the world, your interaction with yourself, your interaction with higher power, and your interaction with each other? Let this be a week of healing for all of us. All right. Nice message, huh? Okay. Let me now go and do individual cards. If you happen to be watching an archive, or if you're waiting for your message, if as we're going through this, you hear a message that strikes you and says, oh man, that applies to me too, then go ahead and take it as a reading for yourself. There is great value when we gather together to divine together. There is value not only in the message that is chosen just for you, but in hearing all of the messages. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Very often first in line. So happy to see you, Smile Soul 20. Happy that you are here. Here is a message for you for your week. The Ace of Swords reversed. You got to be careful. And, we've had this message for you before. There are some people around you who do not have your best interest at heart, who may smile in your face and stab you in the back. Don't anticipate that in a way that, what the message was for all of us, the message very much is for you. And that is, be careful who you share what information with. Be careful of the people you need to be careful of, but allow the people who love you to love you. Kim K, so nice to see you. Okay, a card for you and a card for Maria. Absolutely. Okay, so first up is you, Kim. Four of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're starting to step out of your comfort zone. I feel like you're starting to trust yourself a little more. I feel like where it comes to business, you might start to be busier. You might start to be making more money. And that's going to be a great thing, of course. I feel like this week, you can be a little freer with your time, with your energy, maybe even with your money. You will be busy and you will be able to let some people in. And that's a great thing. Now, Maria Barisi, so nice to have you as well. let's take a look and see what we see for you. Okay, Maria, you also got the Seven of Wands. This was a card for the collective and also for you. So this is very powerful. About this week, Maria, you must take care of yourself. You must protect yourself. You must not let other people piss in your Cheerios. Seriously, if there are people, even well-intentioned people, saying things to you that don't feel helpful right now, recognize they probably are trying to help, but they're not the boss of you, and they can't know how you feel or what you're dealing with. And so you have to be strong in yourself this week. Okay. Jean Mnuchin, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Okay. See what we got going on here. Glad that you are here. Jeannie. Card for you for the week. Six of Swords. You are moving forward. This week, you're going to do the things. You're going to be logical. You're going to put one foot in front of the other. You're going to communicate with the people you need to communicate with. You are going to go forward without fear. And you are going to get some stuff done this week, Jean Mnuchin. You go for it. Okay. Let's see. Thank you all for being here. Please do request a card if you'd like a card. The next request I see is Carrie Dunnick. So happy that you are here. Carrie, this could be a little bit of a tough week. We got the Ten of Swords for you. You could have a lot on your plate. You could have a lot going on, either internally or externally. Make sure you take time for yourself. Make sure you do not overthink. Make sure you do good self-care, and don't let other people get to you. Same thing as I said to Maria earlier. Don't let people piss in your Cheerios. Seriously. You have to be strong. You will get through it. It will all be fine. Do not overthink. Do not be your own worst enemy. Okay. Alice Wilshire, I am so happy to see you here. I saw that beautiful card you sent to Amy for her birthday. So lovely. You have such exquisite tastes. Okay. For Alice, the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like you're starting to get settled. You're starting to get better. You're starting to get acclimated. And you're starting to figure out what your new life is going to look like. And it's good. And you're going to see a lot of that this week. And that is a wonderful thing. Very, very good. Okay, Marion K. Tarot. And if you don't subscribe to her here on YouTube, you should. Her wee blethers are just way too much fun. That's Marion K. Tarot here on YouTube. Let's have a card for Marion this morning. Actually, where she is in Scotland, it's not morning anymore, but that's okay. It's still the beginning of the week. Queen of Pentacles reversed. You got to take care of your mom this week. She's going through it. And you're going through it too. So you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your mom. You got to take care of your business. It's a lot. So make sure that you also take some time, have some fun. Try not to feel too overwhelmed because there's an overwhelming amount of stuff that you got to deal with this week. Sorry, but it's true. We're there for you though, and you got this. I promise you, you got this. Wendy Milano, my friend, so happy to see you. Six of Cups reversed. You know, this week you may get in touch with someone you haven't seen in a long time. You may hear from someone you haven't seen in a long time. On a spiritual level, you may find yourself communicating with those friends and family members who are in spirit. Allow that to happen. You may also have some dreams that bring back memories from the past, some of them pleasant, some of them reminding you who you are, some of you less than pleasant, some of them less than pleasant. But when that happens, you can just say, glad that's over. So this week, it's really about connecting with your past and seeing how that made you who you are, releasing the things that hurt, and delighting in the things that are delightful. Lori Hahn, my good friend, so nice to see you. Lori, you get the Five of Swords reversed. Pick and choose your battles this week and recognize that with diplomacy, and what's the difference between diplomacy and manipulation? That's an interesting question, right? I feel like you may need to use your intelligence and your good communication skills to manipulate some situations in your favor this week. Do not be afraid to do that. All right. Martha Vink, my friend, so nice to see you. And all of a sudden, the cards start flying all over the table. Martha brings the power with her. What do we see for your week, Martha? The Three of Cups reversed. I think you have a lot of COVID fatigue. You've got a girlfriend in a whole other state. You've got parents in another state. You've got an entire congregation to try to deal with, and it's heavy, and it's a lot. Plus, you're writing a paper. So there's a lot here, and it feels heavy. Try to find some way to remember the connection to all the people that you love. Try to find a way. Martha says we're chaos. Yeah, right. It's so hard. We're rolling out the vaccines, and that's great. But then there's the variants, and we're all wondering what's going to happen. How do we get out of this? It's so hard. In the storm, it is hardest to trust that the storm will end. But the storm will end. And we must weather this storm. And Martha, I know that part of your job is to help others weather the storm. But who helps you, and how do you help yourself? That's what you need to think about this week. How do you help yourself through this storm? And how do you get the energy that you need to go forward? All right. Vivian, nice to see you. Glad you're here. What do we see for your week? The Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like things may not be moving forward this week as quickly as you would like. You're going to have to be patient. Hey, Karen Winkle, you're awake. Good to see you. Glad you're here. I will absolutely get you your card. Thanks for being here. Sorry, Vivian. I just had to comment because Vivian is on the West Coast and complains that I'm too early on Mondays. So we have to congratulate her for being up and with her coffee at this early in the morning. Okay, Vivian. With the Knight of Swords reversed, there's so much in this card. On one hand, you have to look at the direction you are headed in and make sure it is the direction you want. If it is the direction you want, be patient. It will not go forward as quickly as you would like. If there are some course corrections you want to make, this is a good week to do it. You also want to look at communication. I think typically you are a very good communicator, but this week you may find that communication is a little bit difficult. And you may want to be careful about how you communicate and with whom you communicate. So I'm not going to lie to you, this could be a little bit of a tough week. You take control of it by figuring out what you want and how you're going to get it, what you want to say and how you're going to say it. And when it's time to keep your mouth shut, keep your mouth shut. And if other people are spreading BS around, figure out how you want to address it and address it with good logic and strategy. All right. Style and Chica, my friend Peely, so happy to see you. A card for you this morning. Five of Cups reversed. This is all about making the best of difficult situations. Some things in your life are not going the way you would like them to go. I am so sorry for that. But you have a lot of great things in your life too. And so the key is to use them to your best benefit. And the more that you can stay focused on the positive, the more that positive things will stay focused on you. All right, Neil Quatrano, so happy to see you. So this week, Five of Wands, a lot of conflict. Whether that's conflict within yourself about how to move forward, conflict with others, or conflict with people around you, could be all of the above. Could be all of the above. So, Neil, address your conflict. Try to be creative. Try to keep a good sense of humor and recognize that out of conflict comes good solutions. And that's what you're looking for this week. Karen, you've been up and working since 6. I am in awe. And yes, so Facebook does not notify you now, but the link for this live goes up by Sunday evening at the latest, and you can go to YouTube, find it, and hit look at the reminder. I forget what it's called, but you can request a notification, and so YouTube will jostle you. You just have to set it up that way. So it's an extra step on your part, but I appreciate you doing it, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, Von Ray, my friend, so happy to see you. Knight of Cups reversed. So, there's so much here about figuring out yourself this week, figuring out what you want and how you're going to go get it. And what does your heart want? And I almost feel like you've been trained to not think about what your heart wants. But this week, I'm asking you to think about it. Think about what your heart wants in all things. And recognize that what your heart wants matters and that you can have the things that you want and deserve. Don't be negative in your self-talk. Don't think you can't have those things because you can. Okay. Melanie, amazing how accurate your collective reading is for me personally. All right, I think it was for a lot of us. Okay, Maria Elena, a card for you for the week. King of Wands reversed. This week, you really need to try to nurture your creativity and your spirituality and recognize the ways in which you are a leader in these things. If you need a break and you need to step away from that for a minute, that's okay. But in a lot of ways, you have to figure out how you're going to step forward. So how do you address your needs? How do you address the needs of your community? How can you work with your creativity and your spirituality this week? Those are the things you want to focus on. Teresa, I'm so happy to see you. Your card for the week is the Six of Pentacles reversed. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need from others, and don't be afraid to say no when others ask for something that you don't want to give them. Okay? So it's all about asking for what you need and also having boundaries. Self-care. Take care of yourself this week, Teresa. Baby Cakes, nice to see you here. A card for you. The Six of Wands reversed. In what way are you not feeling like a winner? This week, you need to remember, Baby Cakes, that you are a winner. And you need to look at all the ways in which you are winning and all the ways in which you are striving to win and put your energy there. Okay, Vicky Santel, posing as Michael. So nice to see you. A card for the week. We have for you the Queen of Cups reversed. This week, nurture your heart. Nurture your connection with your loved ones in spirit. Nurture your well-being. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you are finding a way to make yourself happy this week. Don't worry about making other people happy. You do that anyway. Worry about making yourself happy. Be a little selfful this week. Okay. Let's see. Here's your card, Karen Winkle. Death reversed. Karen, this week, do not worry that changes will come and catch you off guard. This week, you keep forward on your journey. You be steadfast. You be tenacious. You be stubborn. And just move yourself forward and all will be well, I promise. Okay, Belinda Murphy. A card for Belinda Murphy. But before I do, I am laughing at Neil, who says, different card, please. I want a different card. That's funny. And it's so often in our practice of divination, we don't like the cards we get. We want something more. We want something different. We want something less. But you got to work with what you got and know that you have the strength to deal with it. You know, what do they say? God doesn't give us anything that we can't handle. And so recognize your own strength in this. Okay, Belinda Murphy. The Chariot! You are moving forward this week. You may actually go somewhere and do something this week. That would be awesome. But one way or the other, think about how you are moving forward. Think about where your goals are and what you're doing to achieve your goals, and recognize your power to achieve your goals. Okay. Okay, Beth's Life, nice to see you. These lives are free readings. Absolutely. I do this 4 times a week. Yes, I am a professional reader. And yes, you can book a reading with me, and I'd love it if you do. tarotbychristiana.com. Go there, hit the button to make an appointment, and make your appointment. I would love to have you do that. But if you'd like to request a card in these lives, of course, that is at no charge. Okay. Very good. So from my perspective, I have gotten through all the requests. If you're here and have not requested a card and would like to, please do. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please go ahead and get that request in. And I noticed that there are like more than 20 people here, and only 9 people have hit like. Please like this video, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. I also want to remind you to get a ticket to my premium Zoom class, which is happening on Thursday. Okay. Baby Cake's brother and Christina. Yes, we'll do both of those. I saw Baby Cake's first, so I'll do that one for your brother for the week ahead. The Magician reversed. Remember your power. Remember, Victor, you have the power, you have the tools, you have the skills, you have the abilities, and you don't always know it, and you don't always believe it. And this week, you got to believe in yourself. You got to look at what you've got and what you can do to move forward with it. Please. And for Christina, who is working for the week, the Princess of Cups reversed. This is a hard week. There's a lot going on. It's not easy. Be strong. Move forward, nurture yourself, take care of yourself. It will get easier. And if you need to figure out how to create change in your life, you can. That's okay. You are paying your dues. That's what this is called. Okay, so tarotbychristiana.com. That's where you can sign up for my weekly newsletter, book an appointment with me, sign up for the class on Zoom. I would love to see you Thursday night. I'll be doing a free class here Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. I will be getting the links up in the next day or two for the newsletter recap live here on Thursday, your Friday weekly wrap-up live here on Friday, and your Saturday psychic sampler live here on Saturday. I thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate you. And please do subscribe. Please do like this video. If you're watching an archive, we appreciate you as well. Thank you all so much for being part of my community in tarot and here on YouTube. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.